Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk a bit on code switching and code mixing in sociolinguistics or in linguistics. So we will also see its examples, its types. So let's get started. Code switching. Code means in linguistics or sociolinguistics, it means language. Code switching is when the language is arranged structurally or grammatically in another language. That is called code switching. Or code switching means when we use more than one language in conversation. That is called code switching. Its third definition is code switching is the ability to switch or change elements from one language to another. Here is an example, like an English speaker or in an English conversation, the speaker changes or switches from English to Spanish. That is called code switching. Suppose you are talking with your friend. If he is an English speaker and if he directly changes his conversation to Spanish, to Italian, to another language, that can be Hindi, that can be Urdu, so that means code switching. Code switching is especially used in conversation. Alternating between two or more languages or language varieties, dialects in the context of a single conversation. So here they have also mentioned single conversation, means it is especially used in conversation. Using elements of more than one language when conversing in a manner that is consistent with the syntax, morphology and phonology of each language or dialect. So we have a short example about a Spanish 6-year-old boy who has been in the process of learning English language for 2 to 3 years. Single word code switching. So here we will just talk about single word code switching. Can be done for specificity in vocabulary or when a child does not know a label in both languages. The venado, dare, runs and he goes off a cliff. Now the venado means dare. So it is the word of Spanish language. The girls say, this is another language, to the boy. Now the girl says, what can we do? This phrase or this sentence means what can we do to the boy. The girl says, what can we do to the boy? And it's another language, happy, and happy is the word of English. And he had his blanket and he was happy. The whole sentence translation is here, like, and he had his blanket and he was happy. Its Urdu example is like, never give up because tum hi to ho jo kar sakte ho. Now it's the example of English plus Urdu. The food was delicious. मैंने काफ़ी खाया. English plus Urdu code switching example. There are many like gracias for the lovely gift. Gracias for the lovely gift. Esta avesam. Now it is the example of Spanish plus English. Are we eating cheese? The mera them English plus French. So these all are the examples of code switching. That can be one word or that can be whole phrase. That comes in code switching. Here we have in mind that who uses code switching. Code switching occurs mostly in bilingual communities. Speakers of more than one language are known for their ability to switch or mix their language during their communication. As Arnold and Miller, these are the researchers, indicate many linguists have stressed the point that switching between languages is a communicative option available to a bilingual member of a speech community, just as switching between styles or dialects in option or an option for the monolingual speaker. And what are the reasons that we use code switching? First reason is that we fulfill our need. That is why we use code switching. The second reason is to express solidarity. How we express solidarity, like switching also commonly occurs when an individual wishes to express solidarity with a particular social group. Like rapport is established between the speaker and the listener when the listener responds with a similar switch. And the third reason that why we use code switching, that is to exclude others. Code switching may also be used to exclude others from a conversation, like who do not speak the second language. So now we will talk about code mixing. Code mixing is when someone uses one word or phrase from one language to another language. So here again, when we use one word or that can be two words, from another language which we use in our conversation, that is called code mixing. Code mixing refers to the transferring of linguistic units from one code into another. Code, remember, code means language in social linguistics, or linguistic code means language. Many pairs of languages have a hybrid name. Some languages hybridized with English include Spanglish for Spanish, Hindlish for Hindi, and Franglish for French. So whenever we use one word to one word of another language in our conversation, that becomes what? That becomes like Spanglish. Means I am using the word of Spanish in my conversation, so that conversation becomes Spanglish. Hindlish for Hindi and Franglish for French. Code mixing is the mixing of two or more languages or language varieties in speech. Like here we have best examples, like in Urdu we say, or in Hindi like मैं कल मूवी देखने जा रहा था and रास्ते में I met Naveed, and me met like I met Naveed. This is what? This is code mixing. I am using English language in my conversation because I'm talking about any incident which I did in the past, like yesterday. I am talking about yesterday. कैसे हो? I am fine, शुक्रिया. Now कैसे हो is obviously it's Urdu language, and I am fine, it's what? It's English language, and शुक्रिया again it's the word of Urdu language. So this is the example, the best example of code mixing. I am using, or I am mixing two languages in one conversation. Now what are the types of code mixing? We have two types of code mixing. The first one is intrasentential mixing. Intrasentential may range from the alternation of single words and phrases to clauses within a single sentence or utterance. So again, in this type, we use single word or phrase. We mix single word or phrase to like clauses within a single sentence or utterance. And its second type is extrasentential mixing. Normally it occurs between sentences because it occurs between sentence boundaries. Like it requires less complex syntax interaction between two languages involved in code mixing. Now let's talk about types of code switching. That was the types of code mixing. So types of code switching, the first one is tag switching, in which tags and certain set phrases in one language are inserted into an utterance, otherwise in another. Like as when a Punjabi या English bilingual says it's a nice day, है ना. So it's a nice day. This is obviously English language. है ना is what? That is used in the last. So it means isn't it. In English it means isn't it. So tag switching is always done at the boundaries. It is done at sentence boundaries. The second type, that is intrasentential switching, in which switches occur within a clause or sentence boundaries, as when a Yoruba English bilingual says won't arrest a single person. Won't means they did not arrest. So won't means that is the word of Yoruba. It means they did not. In English it means they did not arrest a single person. The third is intersentential switching, in which a language of conversation or language, in which a change of language occurs at a clause or sentence boundary, where each clause or sentence is one group or the other. As when a Spanish or English bilingual says, sometimes I will start a sentence in English while like termino en español, and finish it in Spanish. Like this list may occur as speakers take turns. Intra-word switching, in which a change occurs within a word boundary, like such as shopper, English shop, with the Punjabi plural ending, or quenjo, English enjoy, with the Swahili prefix like ko, meaning to. So these are all about types of code switching. And this was all about today's video. I hope this video has been helpful for you. If you have really liked this video, must subscribe channel. See you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.